Hello everyone, my name is Dark and I want to welcome you all to a certain type of video, a theory video. I've never done a video like this before. I've talked about my theories for Deltarune and Undertale and whatever in live streams before, but I've never made a video about it. That's what I'm going to do today. I've got a list here of theories, predictions, and just, you know, things that I want to happen in Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. They're on the horizon. They're coming out June 5th, I believe, maybe 4th. I'm not entirely sure the date. I'll have to double check that. But they're coming out sooner than we might think. So, here are my theories on them. Our first theory is one that I came up with myself. All these I came up with myself. Toriel will be in our party, or she will have been kidnapped by something. We have to save her. So, what I mean by that is, if you remember, in the end of Chapter 2, we saw Kris open up a dark world right in the living room where Susie and Toriel both are. Now, I'm assuming Toriel didn't get out of the way. She was asleep. So I feel like she'll be in that world with us. And she'll either get the same treatment that Noelle got, where she got kidnapped and we have to save her, or she'll be with us from the start and she'll be like a little mother figure the entire time and she'll help us out and she'll protect us, as a good mother does. Now that's more a theory. I don't think that will happen. I do think she'll be in the dark world, but that isn't really a prediction. But a major prediction I have is that we will finally actually get more lore on Kris and why they take out their soul. My little thing with it is I personally think Kris takes out their soul because we, the player, control the soul. But Kris wants to control themselves, if you get what I mean. Kris wants to be Kris, but we control them via the soul. So they are trying to gain some sort of semblance of control over themselves. Sort of like gaining sentience. Like an AI gaining sentience. That's that sort of vibe. Which is a fun little vibe. I really like that. I really enjoy that. It's a cool little concept. Another thing. Another prediction. But mainly a hope. Mainly a dream. We'll finally get to see Papyrus. Because we have, for the past 2 chapters, I have wanted to see my boy again. We've seen Sans, we've seen little bits of Metaton, kind of. We've seen Alpheus, Undyne, Asgore. We've heard of Asriel, he's alive. Toriel, whatever, we've heard of a bunch of them. But where is Papyrus? I assume he's definitely there. Like, it's not like he's dead. But I just want to see my boy. I want to see him. So that's just a hope. That's a hope and dream right there. But here is my next prediction. Not a theory, prediction. This will happen. The TV world, aka the next Dark World, it'll take place in some sort of TV-based land. It will likely span across both chapters. It seems like it's a big deal, and in my opinion, I feel like it will go from Chapter 3 to Chapter 4. It'll go across those 2 chapters. I think that'll be like a major thing. Because it seems like such a big story. There's a lot to say, a lot to do, a lot of story to tell. Now, obviously, we are going to be getting 7 chapters. And I'm really excited about that. Because we're going to get Chapter 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. They'll be included in like the base game, I guess. And then Chapter 5, 6, and 7 are going to be released as free DLCs after the initial purchase of Deltarune. So we'll be eating good. It will take a while, and I guarantee the game won't be done fully till 2030 at the latest. I'll say 2030 at the latest. So it'll be a while. I'll be an old man by then. I think I'll be 25, which is insane. But whatever, you know? I'm excited for it. And I hope you're all excited for it too. One of my final ones. Now, on the small, slim chance that my previous prediction of the TV world spanning across 2 chapters, if that doesn't somehow come true, then I believe in Chapter 4, because Chapter 3 will be the TV world, in Chapter 4 we'll get like a music-based world. Because we've had like games, board games, and stuff like that. We've had like, I guess, computer and like sort of high-tech. And then we're going to have a TV, right? So I believe it might be either music, or I think it'll take place in the library.
but not the computer part, like the actual library part, the book part, and we'll get like a, you know, a book theme sort of thing. I personally, that seems very plausible. Now that could be a future chapter, that could be chapter 5, 6, you know, that could be beyond all that sort of stuff, right? But these are all theories, these are all hopes, these are all dreams, these are all predictions. I hope all of these come true in some way or another, because I love being right. I really do. I really enjoy being right. It's just... There are so many things. There are so many possibilities, so many things I want to happen in Deltarune, Chapter 3 and 4 and beyond. But honestly, it's not down to me. All I can do is play this when it comes out and provide you guys and girls and everything in between with all the content I can muster. That's the best I can do. But anyway, another major thing that I hope happens, and what's really important to me, is we'll finally see Asriel. Because obviously, as we all know, the major Undertale fans here, we don't know where exactly Asriel is. We know he's at college, but we don't know where that is in this, you know, new world that we're experiencing for the first time. And I do hope he comes back from college in chapter 3 or 4, because I really want to see him. I do miss him, and I want to see him all grown up, because we didn't really get to see that in Undertale. We saw the kid version of him, we saw the version of him where he absorbed all the souls, but we never saw just an actual Asriel. A normal Asriel. I never saw him when he was actually properly alive. And I miss that. And I hope there's like a cool, you know, there's dialogue between Kris and Asriel, because they're essentially related. Not really, but essentially related. I hope there's stuff there. I hope people interact. I love the story. And I love the dialogue between characters, because it all feels so very wholesome. I had like a mini theory on who Asriel could be, and that Asriel is in fact Ralsei. I mean, is it anagram? You know, you jumble a few words around in Ralsei's name, you get Asriel. That can't be a coincidence. It's definitely a popular theory. I've seen it a lot. I'm not claiming it as my own theory at all. I just think it's something that could definitely happen, and I would love it to be the case. Because that means Asriel's been watching over us this entire time. And I think that's really sweet, because that's something that Asriel would do. He would look after his family. He gives off that sort of vibe, I guess, from what we've seen of him, of course. I mean, would it make sense for Ralsei to be Asriel? Not really, because Asriel's supposed to be off at college. But there could easily be something there where he's not actually off at college and he just, you know, was sucked into this or whatever. Sucked into the dark world. The final theory of the video is a pretty big one. I believe that we are going to be seeing more like final bosses, like you see on the screen now, the king. We're going to see more based on chess pieces. Because, think about it, we've got the king, we've got the queen. Those are both chess pieces so far. I feel like we'll get a rook, a bishop, all that sort of stuff. And it'll all come together somehow, where we have to fight all of them in like a big, I don't know, chess game maybe, so something chess related. We've had to topple them one by one, and it's very, very difficult. Anyway, I have been rambling for a while now. I really hope you enjoyed this sort of video. I enjoyed recording it. I hope to see you all next time, whatever video I might make next. Bye!